Good afternoon, learners. I wanted to go over how we're going to organize this hot mess of a documentary when it comes to collecting footage. So starting this week, you will do your first interview, and we're going to require that each crew member do 2 interviews and collect 2 separate videos of B-roll, but don't worry about the B-roll for a couple weeks. This week and next week, we're going to focus on conducting those interviews and collecting the footage from the interviews. So one of the things we've been trying to brainstorm how to work around is the slow internet speeds. It's going to be too difficult, especially if you request from another student that they record a video and then get it to you. They can't email it, they can't text it, those are too small. Their only option is to upload it to Google Drive and share it that way. And if their internet's too slow, they're not going to be able to do that. So what we found is in order to make that a little bit easier, we're going to use Flipgrid. For those of you that haven't used Flipgrid before, you can create what's called a grid, and within that grid you can have multiple topics where people go to a link for that topic and record a video. Those videos are downloadable, they're good quality. So what's going to happen is each group has their own grid in Flipgrid, and when your group wants to do a particular topic, let's say for faculty and staff, you want them to record videos of their workspace at home for some B-roll and talk about their workspace that they've created at home. And so we would create a topic on your group's grid, on your larger grid for your crew, that's called home office. And then you would send facilitators that link and say, hey, could you record a video that is 2 minutes long and upload it to Flipgrid using the Flipgrid app on your phone. And that seems to work really well with slow internet speeds. The nice thing is, too, is all those videos are in one place. Mr. Glaza and I will download them and get them into WeVideo for you. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is tell us what topic you want added to your grid, how long you want that video to be, because we can set a maximum time limit of 10 minutes. And then we can give you the share link, and you can share that with the people you're asking to record and submit videos. So here's where the sharing comes in. This set of slides is linked on the agenda below this video, and it's also in the resource folder. When you want to figure out what interviews your group has done, what interviews you have planned, and what everybody's doing in your group, you're going to come to this set of slides. Okay? As we collect footage over the next 3 or 4 weeks, everything comes back to these slides. So that's why we're calling it our Flipgrid and Interview Hub. So what you're going to do is each crew has a slide in here. Okay? On your individual slide, you can access a shared Google document where your crew can track what's the topic or focus, who are you interviewing, including name and grade level, why, which crew member is responsible for that. Is it an interview, or are you asking them to film something, like my example of the facilitators giving us a tour of their home office? How are you collecting the footage? Is it an interview with a sibling and you're doing it face-to-face? Is it a Zoom interview? Or are you asking them to record a video for you and submit it to Flipgrid? Okay, and then if you've asked them to record it and their internet is good and they've put it in Google Drive, that's fine. Include the Google Drive link here. If you've asked us to create a topic on Flipgrid, then we will put that topic link here on Flipgrid. And then once it's uploaded to WeVideo, you're going to put an X in this box to indicate, yes, it has been uploaded. Okay, so this document is for you as a crew to keep a running list of what interviews you've done, what video footage you've collected. or are working on collecting. So if you don't see certain crew members popping up on this document, you may want to reach out and say, hey, you need to get your stuff on the document so we all know what each other's doing. The main goal of this is we don't want to repeat interviews. Okay, so the faculty and staff crew, you don't want 3 people asking Mr. Urschel to conduct an interview. Only one of you needs to do that. Okay, we want to make sure that we're keeping all of that straight. That being said, you all can access each other's documents, but only that crew can edit them. So if you want to see what other crews are doing, if you want to see who other crews are reaching out to, again, we don't want 5 interviews with, I don't know, Paul Jagger. Okay, we want 1 interview with him for 1 section. We want to try to get as many students in as many different grade levels covered here as possible. Okay, that's the other thing, is we don't want all seniors. We don't want all juniors. You need to think outside the box here with who you can contact and who you can reach out to. If you're not sure, especially with the lower grades, freshmen and sophomores, please, please, please contact me. And I can reach out to Mrs. Mapes or to Mr. Urschel and say, hey, we're looking for a freshman who does show choir, or we're looking for a freshman that would be willing to be interviewed. We can use our resources that way. Okay, so your crew can access that shared document to track your interviews and your filming. Also on these slides, we're going to track your topics. So let's go down. Because you guys can access your crew's Flipgrid by clicking on that link. Okay, it's going to ask you to log in. You got to log in with your school account. Okay, so now you can see this is the facilitator, staff, and admin Flipgrid. Okay, it's defaulting to the one topic that I have listed. So how are you adjusting to life at home? So I'm going to ask facilitators, can you please record a video about how you're adjusting to your life at home as a facilitator? They can come here, they can hit the plus sign, and they can add their video. So when your crew decides what topics you want, when you decide what videos you want to collect, you have to let Mr. Glaza and I know. You guys are not teachers. You cannot add topics to the Flipgrid. So what you're going to do is, when you're ready, okay, so this is the grid that's already up there. Let's say you want another grid. Give us a 2-minute max tour of your workspace at home. Okay, so you want Glaza and I to create that for you all. Once we create it, what we'll do is we will give you a link, and I have to log in as a facilitator here. We will give you a link to that grid. Again, that is the link that you will send out to the person that you want to record the video. So, for example, I already have this one created. I would come in and I would put the Flipgrid link here. So when you're ready, let's say you want to know how Mr. Winger and Mrs. Hannah are adjusting to life working from home. You would compose a respectful, professional email, capitalization, punctuation, make sure it has a subject, please, explaining the project and explaining what you'd like from them. You can attach the quality checklist that is in the briefcase, the one for your interviewees, not the one for the crew members. And then you can send them this link and ask them to record their video. Okay, so that's how this set of slides is going to help us. If you want to see if they've recorded their video yet, again, you can click on that link to open up your Flipgrid to see if their video has showed up yet. Make sure you're giving them deadlines. Make sure you're sharing this link so that they know where to put the videos. So we've talked about these slides, the Flipgrid and Interview Hub. Each crew has their own slide where they can put their topics and prompts. Okay, these slides here are really mostly for if you want something to be collected on Flipgrid. If you're doing a Zoom interview, you really don't need to put it on the slides. This is just for Mr. Glaza and I to get you Flipgrid links. Okay, if you're doing a Zoom interview or you're doing an interview with someone face-to-face, again, those should only be people that you already interact with on a daily basis, so coworkers or family members. Okay, you're not going out to interview somebody that you haven't seen in 3 weeks. We're still going to maintain social distancing here. So if you're doing a Zoom interview or a face-to-face interview with a family member, you're going to open up this document. You're not going to put that on the slides. You're going to open up your crew tracker and you're going to add that into your crew tracker. Okay, and then you're going to include the link because if you're doing it in Zoom or face-to-face, you're going to have to get it up on Drive and put it in here. If you yourself have poor internet speeds, please reach out to us. We can make you a topic on Flipgrid that you guys can add to. It can be called face-to-face interviews or Zoom interviews, and we can try to figure out how to use Flipgrid in that way. But most likely, especially with Zoom, you're going to have to be recording those on your devices, and make sure that you take some time to try to figure out and test how to do that. Okay, the last little piece, I know this is getting really long, please hang in with me. The last little piece I want to talk about is organizing on WeVideo. So I have created a project for you all. Here by the end of the week, you will have a project shared with you called COVID-19 documentary. You'll have to go in shared with me in order to see that. Okay. I've created, each crew has their own video to edit. So you're going to edit your chunk of the documentary, and then at some point, I'm either going to ask you guys to help with intro and closing, or that may be something that just due to time and stress, Mr. Glaza and I are going to work on. Okay, all of the media, all of the videos, interviews, B-roll, anything that you are recording that you want to edit is going to get put in Project Media. Okay, here's how that works. And editors, you should already know this. We workshopped it a while back, I believe. If we haven't touched on this semester, call me crazy. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to go into your media when you have videos to upload. If you have videos to upload, if they're on Flipgrid, Glaza and I will upload them and they will pop up as part of that project. Okay, if you have things to upload, you're going to go to Import in Media. You'll click Import. You'll choose a video. Now that I say this, I don't know that I have a video. So let's go with this adorable picture of my son. Okay, so we're saying I'm uploading that. I'm going to want to put it in the documentary. It's uploading. Okay, as you can see, it finished. And then I'm going to go in and find, there's his photo. Okay, here's the most important part. Only I have access to this thing that I uploaded right now. I need to share it with the project so that everyone on my crew and everyone working on the project, including Glaza and I, have access to this piece of media. So if you right click and then you click share to a project, you'll go into projects shared with me, and then you click on the project and hit share. So now, if I go back to the project and I open it up, it says Project Media 1. I click on that, and there's the adorable picture. All of you are going to have access to that in order to add them into your videos. Now, this is going to be so important. Name your media when you upload it. Okay, because as we all start sharing 5, 10, 15, 20 videos into that folder, it's going to get really chaotic. So you can right click, rename, call it adorable baby picture, and then it should, if I come back here and go at Project Media, now it is named. Please name your footage. Please, please, please. If you have questions, come see me during office hours.